This is the last week to take advantage of the massive 40% off sale on the EdgeFinder. And don't wait any longer because this is the lowest price that it'll be all year. The EdgeFinder is a revolutionary trading software that combines fundamentals and technical trading all in one to help you find better trading entries. This is the same software that all of our expert traders use while scanning the markets. As we strive to make the EdgeFinder the best trading tool of all time by updating and upgrading it regularly, you'll never have to worry about paying for anything because the EdgeFinder is a one-time payment for life. So what are you waiting for? Get it at the lowest price of the year before it's too late. To get access to the 40% off discount, make sure you use promo code A1YT at checkout. If you have any questions about the product or sale, click the chat with us link down in the description below to automatically get connected with one of our team members right now. Remember, promo code A1YT for a huge 40% off discount on the EdgeFinder ending very soon.
Frank, we can bring him in. Frank, what's going on, man? We got Frank in the building.
Hello.
Hey, Frank.
How's it going?
Pretty good. Hey, say hello to some of those people you met this weekend. They're in the audience here with us. We got Angeline and Jason.
Hey, Angeline. Jason.
Yeah. Cool. It's
glad
such a
that you're
weird
here.
thing to meet them on stream, then meet them in person, and then now we're back to the streaming world. So
Jason came to say hi to me at the event, and the first thing he said was, "Hey, how tall are you?"
That's funny. It's kind of a weird concept. Like seeing people in person has got to be a very different experience than on camera. Anyways, Frank, take us through what you're thinking on gold this week. Pretty sizable sell-off. We talked a bit about it on Friday together about PMI numbers coming out. What's your take on gold going into this week?
Yeah, so looking at dollar news going forward, my screen shared, and I was looking at a technical sort of what looked to be the start of a head and shoulders, but then it didn't really complete, but price is coming down anyways. So I think what we're looking at right now is kind of some, a little bit of fear around the market and potential dollar strength, because what we're looking at is we're going on 3 weeks or 4 weeks of rising unemployment claims. Consumer confidence is coming out this morning. GDP is forecasted to be lower on Thursday of this week. So kind of mixed.
Yeah.
Good economic news is also good for the dollar, because then it kind of takes the pressure off the Fed. They think they can hike more, but also bad economic news could also still be good because the Fed leaves no indication of cutting anytime soon.
Sure.
They might halt, but I don't think they're gonna go anywhere like to work on expansion in the economy. So
sure. Yeah, and like you said, there's been rising unemployment claims, and very curious for the gold market, I think, is that that GDP number that we're going to get on Thursday. I believe that's right. Thursday, we get that GDP number. That'll be very interesting because, again, expansion in the economy is usually not necessarily a bull case for gold. In fact, shrinking is actually potentially a bullish catalyst. And we've talked about this a little bit. Inflation is still in a place where it is still stubbornly high. There's a lot of people who are there's very mixed camps. People think it's going to be able to continue to come down, and there's other people who think that it's going to have a really hard time from here. But I would say, Frank, that for me, if job claims continue to be slowing, and then GDP numbers come out potentially slowing, there is a good case for breakouts. Yeah. So I'm looking for that to materialize into like a breakout to the high side, and then maybe looking for continuations back up to the high. I wanted to also take a second while you're here, Frank. We can go back to our smart money tracker. Last week, you remember we talked about gold, and you made a good point about it. This week has actually showed to be true to your point last week even more. It seems like despite gold, I would say still having a solid year this year, here's the latest in terms of long contracts. What we can see here from COT, and for those of you who are in the audience and are not familiar with what we're looking at our COT report data. This is our smart money tracker on the EdgeFinder. Frank and I, we work at a company called A1 Trading. We build software tools for traders, and this tool basically showcases what smart money is buying and selling through the commitment of traders data that we get once a week. So last week, Frank and I talked about long contracts versus short contracts on the gold market. And last week we saw a contraction in both, like shrinking in long positions and shrinking in short contracts. But this is very interesting, Frank, because we have this week, yes, there's still a dominance of long contracts open on the gold market, but we saw a small shrink in long contracts. But maybe more interestingly, we saw a pretty good sizable increase in short positions on the gold market. So to you and I's concept there of like waiting to see what sort of materializes this week before looking to potentially join, I would say, stands up with what we're seeing big money do. Big money seems to be on the, on the long side overall, but this past week has been sort of a mixed number. Before you comment on that, Frank, let me just remind you guys, if you want access to our smart money tracker, we are doing our 1 year celebration sale right now. And if you guys want access to it, we've got a couple people in the office who can give you access to it for the biggest discount price of the entire year. If you'd like access to our smart money tracker, if you want access to our retail sentiment tab, there's bank signals, seasonal trends, and so much more. If you want access to that, here's how you can get it for the best price of the entire year. Click the link that's just been dropped in the chat. Here it is. This is what it looks like. Click this link. It's going to take you to a live chat feature, and you can just fill in your name and email and click tell me about your discounts. And what that's going to do is it's going to connect you with one of our team members here, and you'll be able to get access to the tool for the biggest discounted price of the entire year. Do not miss it. It is ending soon. This is the final week to get access to the EdgeFinder for 40+% off. And if you message us, you'll get a great extra discount just by connecting with someone on our team. So yes, click that link, get access to the tool while you can. Frank, what do you think about that shift? Going again, right with your concept of last week where we saw a shrink in long positions. Now we actually even see an increase in short positions. What's your take on that?
Right. So I think it's gonna come down to what's gonna happen in the next couple of weeks. It still looks pretty mixed overall, but again, we're largely long, largely bullish gold from the smart money. Retail's still short. What it might do is what I'm looking at on the 1 day chart is a possible test in the 1950s somewhere. And even if there's a break lower, I have a trend line set up that'll take it maybe down to 1900. But yeah, potential long plays on gold are those two levels in my opinion. If not, it could bounce early on in the day, but up until Wednesday and Thursday, I don't think we're going to have a clear idea of where price is going to move for either the gold bullion or the dollar. So
yeah,
these
so
are my
I'll
two
give you
spots.
one. Yeah, I like that. And to your point about 1950, Frank, I'll show you my chart for a second. So I think that, after what we just went over with the latest change in COT, we saw increases in shorts. Last week, we saw strong economic numbers from UK, Europe, and the US. I'm still a bull, but I'm a bull that is waiting for signs. And I think we might be in the same camp on that. I'm not necessarily looking to short gold personally. If price is able to, however, get down to that 1950, that to me should hold. I like to trade gold when it's in momentum. So I'm not probably going to be picking up positions at 1950, at least not on a momentum trading side. But I think it's very possible. Again, we saw a pickup in short positions. We saw some strong economic numbers, but very much important, I think, to watch for that GDP number coming out this week to see what's that economy looking like. And if we get a catalyst, I would say I'm a buyer on a breakout of 2010. Meaning if it breaks, if it retests, I'm looking to go long on that. So Thank you for your commentary on there, Frank.
Don't forget to check out the links in the description if you want our broker recommendation, access to our free Discord, free EdgeFinder, or want to chat with us on Telegram. Remember, you can watch us live in the markets every morning starting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and we have lots more free trading tools and content available on our website, a1trading.com. Thanks for watching.